Happy Monday, everybody. I thought I'd come on here real quick just to discuss a few things. I think the main topic for me is knowing when to choose yourself. I've been getting a lot of inboxes and DMs on TikTok, and they've been asking me when and how to choose yourself, when to walk away, and just the many things. First thing I'll tell you this: early stages in a relationship, when you're dating somebody, they gotta show you that they are providers. They have a provider mindset, and you cannot teach somebody to have a provider mindset. It's either they have that from the get go or they don't. Okay, so I would always say to women that want to be provided for, pick men that have a provider mindset, and the ones that don't. That's how you start picking yourself by saying, "Well, I don't think this is gonna work for me because I feel like I'm drilling a hole in a wall." No, it shouldn't be that hard. Yes, to have a provider mindset. And I always show you like miniature things when I'm dating, like when they buy me things here and there in early stages of the relationship. It's just to consistently remind him, like not consistently remind him, but for him to show me his ability to take care of me. I wouldn't stay in a relationship or with a man that cannot help me in life. I feel like as a woman, if you're gonna be spending time with a man or a person in a relationship setting, they have to have some form of provision. They have to upgrade your life some form of way. You have to learn from them. It has to be beneficial. Otherwise, what's the purpose of you doing it? So that's how I deal with my relationships. Like, let me just say, first, within the first 3 days, you gotta do something do something. Like for me, that's how I see because I'm getting ready every day to come see you, putting on effort to put in makeup, getting dressed. And here's the thing, I always say this: women usually put a lot more energy in getting ready than men. So if you're putting that much effort in meeting a person 2 or 3, 4 times and you haven't received anything except a meal, where is that going? And I'm not saying ask up front, but also they have to show you their level of interest. Because here's the thing: when a man is interested in you and is trying to impress you, he will do everything and anything in his power to look like a hero in front of you. He's going to impress you. So for me, if you can't impress me in the early stages, what are the odds of you being able to impress me when we're comfortable? Because the early stages when someone is showing off who they are and how great they can be. So if you are not able to have even a great representer during the early stages of our dating, that slows down after a while. So if you're not doing anything for me initially when we start dating, you're not gonna do anything when we're comfortable in our relationship. Hi, West. So I always say to women, that's how you choose yourself, by realizing that you have to be in relationships that work for you. Relationships are actually designed for men. Men progress more in relationships than women. I actually was speaking to Honey yesterday. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? It was Saturday. And I'm good. How are you? And he was telling me, he was like, relationships are actually designed to progress men, not women. So that's why women are trained to think strategically, because in different cultures, men get married early so that they can be focused on their career. They have a woman who to focus on their home, to focus on feeding them, focus on making sure they dressed, motivate them, just having like someone to soften their life. That's why they have women, right? But in society, it's made that it's manipulated women to think that marriage is just for love. You can literally see in the different cultures, the men are usually wealthy, and when men want to make like bigger progress in life, they will go for a more expensive girl. They will go for someone who's going to push them to work harder, because if you're a high maintenance, you're going to demand the man to take care of you, and if you demand them, it's going to make him work harder, and it's going to push him to think big and outside the box to bring in a larger income, right? So I ask people this, and I want to start recording these, because one thing about it, men will tell you that society created this. Men are not dumb. They created the concept of love to blind women. right? But marriage and relationships is more beneficial for men, right? Because I have also asked older women that have lived past 80. How my grandma passed away at 95, right? And I asked her, I was like, okay, so what is your secret? Because you don't drink, um the last person you were with, it was my grandfather, and he passed away when you were in your 50s. How are you able to live so long, so happy? In her 90s, this lady was walking around the house, cleaning the house. She didn't have a cane. She was like, because I cut off men in my life. After your granddad passed away, I never dated after that. And she was like, yeah, you having a man can shorten your lifespan of your life. So it is mostly for the promotion and progression of male life. So the only thing you can at least ask for from a man is you will need to provide financial for me. That's how you choose yourself. I remember this one time I got out of a marriage, was single, right? I was like, all right, I'm gonna be single. I was single for a year. When I say I accomplished 90% of my goals, no disturbance, no one to focus on. I was just focusing on myself. I was so laser focused. And every time I bumped into an old friend, they'll be like, oh my gosh, you are just glowing. You are just glowing. What's going on? My money was up, my energy was up, my sleep was up. So I enjoyed it. I loved being married. But I said to myself, yeah, if I'm gonna entertain that again, it has to make my life better. It has to like make naturally women are designed to be mothers. That's our instinct. We carry kids. So intuitively we want to nurture and care, right? Whether you want to agree to this or not, it's in our DNA. Even the badass bitchs, they're like, oh well, I just want money from my man. Da, da, da. When you see them with their man, they love him. That's more main reason why men stick around is because they feel that sense of, okay, I'm cared for, I'm seen, they need validation. So when you get into dating, before you even agree to be in a relationship with a person, you gotta ask yourself, how is this growing me? Because you're automatically, the minute you start spending time with a man, just you being in his presence energetically does something to his psychology. It improves his psychology. It improves his hormones. It improves him just by you being present. So now you have to ask yourself, all right, I'm already doing all of this. What am I getting in returns? If you're only doing that for free, you are aging yourself. You're taking away from yourself, and then you're making this man lazy. And here's the thing, he's not going to be okay with being lazy. He's probably going to go find somebody that's just going to require more from him. So when my grandma told me this, I said, she is almost 95 at that time. This girl is living stress free. And a man told me, not just a man, men told me, successful men, the reason why we got so successful is because we were married, we have spouses. And even now, we're not looking to be out in the street to waste our money on multiple women. I'd rather have one good woman, settle down, get married, because they know once that aspect of their life is taken care of, the home and having like a safe space for someone to go home to, and someone to motivate them, because even though you don't directly motivate them, you just being present is a motivation for a man. So you at least have to find somebody. If you're already putting that much energy into something, subconsciously or subconsciously, you are doing it as a woman. So if you're going to be entertaining somebody, you got to ask yourself, how is this improving my life? And if it's not, why would you remain in those kind of predicaments? Because a man will come to you with a straight face and request A, B, and C. And if you are not willing to oblige, he's gonna leave. So why would you stick around? So things like that. Using your desk account. Okay. You Savannah. All right. Hi, Savannah. So things like that, I will definitely say the best thing you can do is at least find somebody that can financially take care of you. And make sure that if you are going to remain in something as a relationship and someone takes you off of the market, even if it's just you agreeing to be his girlfriend, you already been taken off the market. Ask yourself, how are you benefiting from this? All right, I said this would be a quick live. I'm about to get in, need to freshen up. and start the rest of my day. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye.